We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Yo, check it out, y'all. It's Clubhouse TV. On this one, we got Wack 100 reacting to YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend arrested in Miami. So let's get straight to the content. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
In the block.
You seen they picked up Melly's girlfriend?
Yeah, they say they caught them back in the country. Where she was at? Stashed away? Fuck,
Like
she come
DR
back.
somewhere?
Why she come back?
That money run out probably.
Yeah, you might be right.
No, yeah, he definitely probably right. I seen the picture. If you look at the picture of it, she didn't look like a kept woman.
It don't take a lot to survive in the DR though.
Yeah, survive but live, you know.
Man, the DR cheap. Police officers out there get paid like $400 a month.
Damn, like that. Oh, that's
better have that Russell Simmons plan.
What's going on with I don't know the significance of her in the case anyway. I don't be following the case. What, she was a witness or something or what?
Yeah, so allegedly, when he got dropped off, this is what they say in the prosecution. He and the Cody in the car, people in the car, right? He and the Cody. The Cody drops him off right before the Cody goes to the hospital with the dead bodies in the car. He FaceTimes the girlfriend. The mom overhears him FaceTiming the girlfriend. The girlfriend disappears. Prosecution can't find her. The mama then gets subpoenaed. She testifies. Melly
He
mom
FaceTime the girlfriend. What, he shows bodies or something? I don't.
basically FaceTime him from the pickup spot, and then he gets picked up later on. So they want her to verify whether or not did he FaceTime him from the pickup spot, did he call you, and did he have blood on him?
Yeah, but they could have checked the records and seen that.
They don't got a phone.
They couldn't see if a call went from him to her.
They know a call went from him to her, but they don't know the details of it. She already gave the deposition that happened. Then she disappeared. So she already told the cops that he FaceTimed her already. Then she disappeared.
But FaceTime, but did she see something? They could be anywhere. I could FaceTime you from right here. Like, what do you mean?
That's what they're saying.
You
She
know what I'm
FaceTimed from the bushes. Yeah, it's supposed to be from some bushes near the hospital. That's what they saying.
Oh yeah, okay.
So the Cody basically drops him off right before he delivers the bodies to the hospital. They allege that Melly calls her from the phone, FaceTimes her for the pickup, lets him know who's picking them up. That's the other angle on it, right?
So she pick him up?
No, because she's too far away.
So he was asking her to pick him up.
Right. And that's what he allegedly told her who was supposed to pick him up then. The mom of the daughter hops in the car, starts driving down towards, you know what I'm saying? Towards the whole scenario. So they got the mom on that.
But
they picked the mom up.
They already put Melly in the car though? Like, didn't they? They can't do that. Is that what it is?
See,
because this nigga been in 5-6 years.
The issue is that when the Cody goes to the actual police office, right? He tells us some bullshit, right? They fact check that story. They're like, yo, we don't see no shell casings. We don't see nothing. You said it was a shootout on the freeway. We don't went 2 miles up and down. We don't see nothing. He then lets them know that he was at a studio earlier.
You don't gotta see shell casings.
Right.
You ain't gotta
the detectives. That nigga just tell him what?
Every caliber. They got a 9mm revolver.
Mm-hmm.
They got 38s, 357s, 4-1s. Damn near every caliber of a gun is a revolver for them. So it don't, just because you don't find no shell cases don't mean it didn't happen.
So they go back to, right? He tells them, no, he was at a studio earlier. They go to the studio to get the video. They see on the video that there's one person missing, right? So the cops then go to the dudes in the other car They give another bullshit story how he hopped in their car. So now the detectives is like, wait, you didn't tell us how you hopped out the car on the freeway and hopped in you guys' car. You said you guys split. So now they're looking for old boy. After everybody give over statements, they basically give the warrant for his arrest. Because everybody's trying to protect him and say he wasn't even there. And they got the video from the studio saying that he hopped into the car. So at some point, he got out that car somewhere. And that's the discrepancy.
So they got him in the car,
They got him hopping in the car.
but they don't
And then
know when he got out the car.
right. And then the car shows up later with the 2 dead bodies at the hospital with the Cody in it. And he's not in the car at all.
Well, he didn't tell him where he got out the car?
He ain't tell him shit. Everybody else told him something, a different story. The Cody says that
Oh,
he
so
hopped out at some point.
he never
Right.
told him I got out the car over here, so they could have went back to the cameras to see that.
Nothing. So they pull the E-way video. They don't see nothing. They don't see no hop out. They pull the video of the apartment complex where they were staying at, the security footage. They see the other car going to the house. They don't see the other car that Melly was in pulling up ever. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I thought that car went to the hospital.
2 cars, right? One car has like 4 people in it. The other car has
You
Melly
talking
and the
about
other
the
dudes in
car
it.
he was in? I thought he went to the hospital.
That one went to the hospital. The
Yeah,
other
so they
car went to
wouldn't
the
see. They
house.
wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't see the car. They wouldn't see that car back at the apartment building because it's at the hospital with the bodies in it, where the nigga
Right.
hit.
But the niggas in the car that went to the house said that Melly hopped out the other car, got in their car, and went to the house.
Oh, well, that ain't gonna stand up because
That ain't gonna stand up.
yeah,
And it also ain't gonna stand up because they pulled the phone record, right? They got the phone records of the phones traveling together. You see how it happens. Separating right before the hospital, and then his phone accessing Wi-Fi at somebody else's house. So that's what they alleging that that's the pickup person picking them up, going to the person's house, accessing
Well,
Wi-Fi.
they would have seen the phones. They'd have seen them separate. If they can see the phones traveling together, they can see where the phones separate.
They got that.
Okay, so they'll see exactly when it's separated and where it's separated. So it's obviously. Well, what the other nigga, he's still alive, but he dead too. The one that drove to the hospital.
He alive. That's Cody.
So what he saying?
He ain't saying shit.
So he ain't saying Melly did it one way or another.
Nope. He keeping quiet.
So wouldn't they think if Melly shot dude, he'd have said something? Who shot him? It had to be the same niggas, right?
Right.
4 niggas in the car, 2 niggas dead, one other nigga hit. The 4th nigga they saying is Melly.
Right.
Right? Okay, so he shot. So he ain't saying it was a freeway shooting. He ain't saying none of that. He just ain't saying nothing.
Let me say shit. So what he did was he already gave the story to the detectives at the hospital, right? He's the one that's basically saying that, hey, they got ambushed, some type of shit like that. He never said shit about Melly. The fact that he said that they was at the studio earlier is the reason they knew Melly was in the car.
That's cool. So he's
Right.
saying they got ambushed somewhere.
Right.
Okay. How they know when the ambushing started, Melly didn't get up out of there?
That's the point. They geo-fenced the whole area, pulled the phones from the ambush spot. No shell casings, no nothing, no other phones but the 4 phones. Melly's phone, Cody, the 2 defendants. That's it in the whole area.
So where did the phones separate at? What area?
Hospital. Right before the hospital, 3 phones are together. Melly phone separates.
He's supposed to get out of there. I'm not going in there with 2 bodies.
Right.
Yeah, he's supposed to. That don't mean he did it. That just mean he was there when it happened. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean he
Right.
did it, bro. If I'm in the car, 4 of us in the car, niggas ambush, right? Whoa. The driver's still able to drive. He headed to the hospital. When we get to the hospital, nigga, I'm not going in the hospital. I'm out of there. It's a fact. I'm not going up in there.
The only
You
thing
hit.
that
There's 2 bodies dead. You hit. Going to the hospital for. At that point in time, I want to be a witness.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm not going in the hospital. I'm not going in there. That don't mean he did it.
This is the only thing that they know. All the shit, Wack, you 100% right. They know that the person in the left passenger seat did the murder from the stippling, all of the gun, all of that bullshit they did with the testing the angle of the blood splatter. They don't know who did the murder, except that the person in that back seat did it. That's the issue. That's it.
So
They don't
where
got the
was the
gun.
bodies at? Where the bodies was left in what position?
Uh, front passenger, rear passenger.
Front passenger rear, so the nigga in the left passenger driver's side.
Right,
And they got the drivers, the nigga that went to the drove him to the hospital.
right.
So he couldn't have did it.
Nope.
So they saying
Not
the nigga in the
not from the angle of the
back.
shots and the
So
blood splatter.
that's the strongest thing they got. They want to put Melly in that seat. So okay.
Exactly.
So what the cameras at the studio got? They don't show where he got in the car at?
Show
Is
where he
he
got in the car at. Yep.
so where you get in the car at?
The left rear passenger seat.
Yeah, okay, so that's what they gonna use to try to book him right there.
Right there.
If we putting you in that seat, and the people, it's the people that's saying where the shots came from based upon where how the bodies was hit. They're saying it came from the left, the passenger seat. That's driver's seat, right? Driver's side.
Right, driver's side passenger.
And if they put that nigga in that seat, they putting him in that seat. So what he's trying to say is, I left this. Yeah, I got in the car to the studio, but I got out. So he's saying somebody swapped with him, or maybe, somebody had to swap with him. It was 4 people in the car. It was always 4 people in that vehicle.
Right. That's why the hop out. Show me where you hopped out at. We got the E-way video.
But
We don't
even
see
with
no
the
hop
hop
out.
out, that means it had to been somebody hopped in. Because we got the passenger front seat dead,
Right.
passenger back seat dead,
Right.
driver front seat hit. That means somebody hopped in. If the specialist is right about where the gunshots came from.
I don't think driver front seat is hit though. Let me double check that.
What you mean? You say he dead. There's 2 niggas dead.
No, I'm saying the driver of the car.
So you mean to tell me he just went to the hospital and stayed there?
Just went to the hospital, dropped the bodies off, and gave that fake story.
Oh, so he not hit.
He not hit.
Why would the nigga go drop the bodies off? I'm confused.
I'm
None of that
confused.
makes sense. If you in cahoots with the murders, why is you taking the bodies to the hospital?
Put them in the
Supposed to
trunk
find them in the car on fire.
somewhere.
Cause them niggas dumbass tried to make it look like somebody shot the car up.
And that's the issue with them telling the story. They told that story, Wack.
If
That's
that's
what
the
they
case,
came up with. Yeah.
if that was the case, it'd been more believable for both of them to be
There you go.
there.
hmm
Both of them to go in there.
But after they pull the forensics, they see that the outside of the car was shot up afterwards, right? So they kind of made it stage like a drive-by. They shot up the car afterwards, but they can tell from the angles of the wounds because they hit the actual dude still in the car. So they can tell that those wounds were after they were already dead. So like
So
a
did they
30
find
minutes
the
to an
car?
hour afterwards, yeah. That's what the quote unquote
Ain't
the
no bullet
Cody did.
holes in the car.
Bullet holes in the car going left and right and right and left. But they can tell from the angle hitting the
So
bodies
I'm saying, is the
that
bullet
this
holes
wasn't a
going
driver.
inside out or outside in? You could tell.
Both.
No,
Both.
they did. They went back supposedly after the people was dead and shot up the outside of the car to make it look like it was a drive-by. So it's bullets going that way too. But they determined that was after the initial shooting.
Why in the
Because
hell they gonna determine that?
I don't know.
those wounds weren't bleeding. Those weren't blood wounds because the blood was already going out their bodies. So those are
No,
like literally
bro,
bruises.
blood come from a nigga inside. How you gonna determine when the shots happen on the car? I know niggas right now driving around with gunshots in their car right now. right now. Got gunshots in their cars. Swear to God.
Hey, Prince, you said the angles
Oh
was
yeah,
off though, right? What's
You
yeah.
up?
get
The
what I'm
angles was
saying?
off. Yeah, yeah. Because at that point, the bodies were slumped in
No,
the
no, I'm
car.
not talking about.
Okay, go ahead. My fault.
I'm not. I'm saying, how could they determine when those? What Brock said, when those shots was fired at the vehicle? You know what I'm saying? How could they? Unless they got some video where that car, when they pulled into the hospital, they can right? Because they can, they can zoom in and
Yeah.
see ain't no bullet holes there. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
How
In the
could they
hospital, the bullet
determine?
holes was there. The bullet holes was there in the hospital.
No, he's
So the
saying
bullet
I know
holes
what
was
you're
in the
saying.
car at the hospital.
Right. Right. They
Yeah,
showed
so
up to the
Brock,
car
that don't
ready.
make sense,
Yeah.
nephew.
Yeah.
If the bullet holes is in that car when they pulled it up, unless them little niggas is thinking, okay, pop, pop, pop a nigga in the car, get out, shoot the outside of the car. Even at that point, they can't say when them gunshots happen coming from outside that car. Now they could, what they specialists say, like, okay, these shots came from inside the car.
Right.
So this is
Because
what they're saying. Right.
I'm taking it that their wounds, if they was headshots, I don't know, head
They
or
were
neck or shoulder, had to been from their left side. Had
left to right.
it had to be the niggas is dead, had to been hit from the left side, their left side of their face or neck or whatever. Right? They wasn't hit from their direct window side. This is how they putting it on the shooter in the left back driver's seat.
Right.
Because if a nigga on the side of you up it on him, you got access to his left side. So the front dude in the passenger seat, left side. So I'm taking it. That's where they gunshot wounds was at.
Now stay right there. Now think about this. They hop out afterwards, right? The bodies are now slumped to the left side. All right. They then go to the outside of the right side of the vehicle, shoot it up to stage a drive-by. So now you have bullet holes in the bodies that were in the passenger side seat that are not consistent with being shot from the left side. They're consistent with being shot from the right side through the vehicle. They line up, so the bullet holes line up directly with the trajectory of the bodies being slumped over. So they're already dead, slumped over, and now they're saying the Cody shoots up the vehicle from the left side. I'm sorry, from the right side.
No, I get that. Hey Prince, did they have guns for the first and then guns for the outside? Did they use different weapons?
I gotta double check that.
They would have had to, because if they used the same one, they dead bang. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, they went back and they actually found the real area. They picked up all the shell casings, the glass from the vehicle, the outside, all of that shit. So at some point they went back and found the real area from the phones.
But you get
It
me,
was
if
like,
they use the
yeah,
same
yeah.
weapons, it's like, come on.
Yeah, so that chick is important because according to that theory, he hops out at some point, right, and actually get picked up, FaceTimes her, lets her know whatever they're talking about. Obviously, they can't tell what the FaceTime call was about, but they have what she already told the police. So they're only going off of what she told the police already, what the call was about, how he looked, if he's hiding in the bushes, looked like he had blood on him, X, Y, and Z. So everything that she said is what she told the cops, and then she disappeared. Then the mom basically said she overheard the FaceTime call between her and Melly, and she knew it was Melly because of how they were speaking back and forth. So then she tried to testify, and then she basically got impeached on the stand, all of that good shit, put in jail, ankle monitor, all of that shit. But remember that the mom, Melly's mom, has immunity for witness tampering for this whole. There's a whole lot of witness tampering going on between the mother of Melly, the mother of Mariah, and this Mariah chick.
Yeah, it's a little different, man. We gonna see what the lady got to offer. We gonna see what she say.
Yeah, she been on a run since the beginning, but what, 6, 7 years now? About 5? But she did an interview right when the mistrial happened. She did an interview with her mom and a lawyer and shit. So about 2 months ago, we had a story where we said that the Cody was charged with witness tampering. He had some type of letter What it was alleging he was passing around in the jail. They had like 5 or 6 people alleging this, making phone calls, trying to keep someone named Riri away.
What case we talking about?
The Melly case. The Melly case.
Oh, okay.
They were trying
Yeah.
to say, they were trying to say her name was like Riri for Rihanna because her name was Mariah, all that bullshit. So this was the girlfriend they were trying to keep away. So a big part of that witness tampering charge between the Cody, him, and the lawyer is trying to keep this person away from testifying. So the fact that they got her, we'll see.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What's going on, y'all's Clubhouse TV? And in a shocking development related to the ongoing legal trouble surrounding rapper YNW Melly, his ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton was arrested upon re-entering the United States. And this arrest has added another twist to Melly's already complex legal situation, where he's facing charges for the 2018 murders of his 2 close friends and fellow rappers, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser. Now, Mariah had an outstanding warrant issued against her after she failed to appear in court during the YNW Melly's first murder trial back in 2023. Prosecutors had alleged that there was witness tampering involved in that case, and Hamilton was a key person in this claim. And according to reports, law enforcement had been seeking her testimony, but she was nowhere to be found when the trial took place. Now, Hamilton has previously stated that she was threatened by police and pressured to provide information against Melly. And in an interview last year, she claimed that investigators had tried to intimidate her by suggesting she could be charged with accessory after the fact if she did not comply with their demands. However, her attorney has argued that she never received a proper subpoena to testify, which raises questions about how her absence was handled legally. Mariah was reportedly detained on January 26, 2025, when she attempted to return to the United States. She's currently being held in Miami-Dade County and is expected to be transferred to Broward County, where the original warrant was issued. There are reports suggesting that she may not be granted bond, meaning she could remain in custody until further legal proceedings take place. This development has sparked debate against whether her arrest is a legitimate enforcement of the law or another example of the legal system applying pressure to people close to Melly in an attempt to secure a conviction in his retrial, which is scheduled for September 2025. YNW Melly's first trial ended in a mistrial after jurors couldn't reach a unanimous decision. Now, with the second trial on the way, prosecutors may try to use Hamilton's arrest to strengthen their case. If she is forced to testify, her statements could either help or hurt Melly's defense, depending on what she chooses to disclose. Meanwhile, Melly himself has filed a federal lawsuit against the prison system, alleging that he has been subjected to inhumane conditions and unfair treatment while awaiting trial. His legal team claims that the conditions he faces are cruel and unconstitutional, which has only intensified public scrutiny on this case. Now, Mariah's arrest raises important questions about witnesses' rights, legal intimidation, and the lengths to which law enforcement will go in high-profile criminal cases. Is she truly a missing witness that law enforcement is trying to hold accountable, or is this part of a broader strategy to pressure Melly's defense and secure a conviction in the upcoming retrial? Only time will tell how this will impact the case, but one thing is for sure, this situation is far from over. This is yet another dramatic chapter in what has already been one of the most controversial and talked about trials in hip-hop history. And as we get close to YNW Melly's retrial, expect more tryst, legal maneuvers, and unexpected developments. Stay tuned to Clubhouse TV because this case will only get deeper. Let me know what you guys think about this content in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you're always alerted as I drop fresh new content, and subscribe to the media team so you don't miss any exclusive Wack 100 content. As always, I certainly appreciate y'all checking out Clubhouse TV, and I'll see y'all on the